Hello, I'm Scott Todnam, and here's your Classroom Connection video of the week. Recently in 8th grade, we've been looking at some mental health topics. Along with a mental health unit, we've been looking at skills-based learnings like decision-making, self-advocacy, analyzing influences, coping strategies, a whole lot of mental health topics. I have 3 8th grade students I'll bring in the classroom with me, and we'll be talking through some mental health issues facing teenagers today. Stay tuned. Hello, here we are. I've got 3 8th grade students with me, and we're going to reflect on the last few weeks of mental health as discussions and activities in health class. First question, what has had an impact on you in the last few weeks for our discussions and our activities? What will you remember?
I'll remember suicide and depression the most because it had a greater impact on me to see what others have to deal with and what's going on through their minds, even though it doesn't really show outwards. You can't tell if they're hurting inside because it isn't as visible as like a broken bone.
So we have watched a few videos, music videos, and I think the one that I connected to the most was Where's the Love by the Black Eyed Peas, just because it shows everyone's different, not even points of views, just them all agreeing of like unity and everyone deserves to be loved and no one deserves to be like discluded like that. And I like how it showed like kind of like famous people to show that even famous people struggle, and like it's not just certain people. You won't be able to see it on the outside all the time. Like a lot of times it's hidden. So I just liked how that video described how everyone has struggles.
One other thing we were able to do is we were able to watch the Disney Pixar film Inside Out. It really connected to me and it will stick with me for a while because movies aren't just things made by other people. They're ways of artists expressing other people's ideas and what they're going through. It was interesting to see how different movie creators and other artists were able to take other people's ideas and what they were going through and make them into kids' movies. Now, kids might not understand what they're actually trying to get at, but teens and adults can definitely understand what they're trying to get at and what's the real message.
Okay, last question. What are teenagers facing as mental health issues today? Are there stressors that we should mention? What should we explain that in real life is going on in the life of a teenager?
I think family has a big impact on stress with teenagers specifically because I feel like parents may not realize how much they may be pressuring their kids. Not that it's bad. It's good to like push your kids to do bigger things, but sometimes it's just too much.
I think another stressor for teenagers is balance, especially for 8th graders going into 9th grade. You have to figure out how you're going to balance your schoolwork, your extracurriculars, and you have to have a social life, right? Because you can't go through life without the support of your friends or your family. Balancing your homework is important so you get good grades, but balancing your interests is also important.
I think another thing that teenagers in 8th grade might be stressed with is friends and social relationships, because at school we're seen as different people and we're seen with all of our friends. So we've been placed in these different cliques, but we're afraid to ever leave them. We're so comfortable with all these different people that we've been with so long, but when something bad happens, we want to leave, but we are not sure because we have all this pressure and stress with them that we don't want to ever break off.
Okay, that's it. That's this week's Classroom Connection video of the week. Stay tuned next Friday as we come up with another topic, and thank you very much for the help. Here we are. I've got 8. I do this every week. I'm like, I've got 7. Okay. Hello, here we